Hensler. I'm with 2B Solutions, and today is the third installment of our WIMS for CRM webinar series. Today we'll be reviewing receiving in Putaway with a mobile application. So here's what we will cover today. I'm going to give you some quick background information on our company, 2B Solutions, and briefly cover from a very high-level perspective what is WIMS for CRM. We'll also discuss some benefits that WIMS for CRM can provide for you and your organization, and then we'll get right into the demonstration. My colleague Brandon Hernandez will be leading that part. We'll be working with specifically today receivers, mobile verification, and receiver completion and Putaway today. The plan is for this to take about 20 minutes or so, and of course we will take Q&A at the end as well. So a little bit about 2B Solutions. We were founded in 2003, and we specialize in two things. Those are inventory and asset management solutions and also Microsoft Dynamics CRM solutions. We have over 1,000 customers in 14 countries. We are truly an international company, and we have deep knowledge and expertise in inventory management and systems integration. We've been doing inventory management since the company was founded, and we've seen a lot. We've worked with a lot of different companies, and we just have a lot of deep knowledge in this area. We are a Microsoft Silver Customer Relationship Management and Devices and Deployment Partner, and also a member of the Apple Business Consultants Network. So what is WIMS for CRM? WIMS is an inventory management solution built on the Microsoft Dynamics CRM platform. And for those companies that are already using Dynamics CRM, WIMS can be an add-on solution for it. It works for both on-premise and CRM online deployment, and it extends the out-of-the-box product and order functionality native in CRM into a full inventory management solution. What comes with CRM out of the box for products and orders, it really doesn't take you very far. Our solution picks up there and really builds it out into a full-fledged inventory management solution. It lets you manage the supply chain across multiple stocking locations or multiple warehouse locations, and it provides really best-in-class drill-down charts, views, and reporting, all of which is native to Dynamics CRM. All transactions are tracked down to the serial number if needed and the places on the shelf where they're stored. What are some benefits that a company can expect from using WIMS for CRM? Well, first, it's easy to find the information that you need. With a lot of inventory management solutions, it's hard to find the exact number of a product that you have in stock. We can help you automate a lot of standard processes in your supply chain. It's more affordable than other accounting and ERP solutions out there. It's completely customizable, and that's not the case for a lot of the solutions out there. You have to conform to their processes. With WIMS for CRM, it's very flexible and customizable. It can mold around your processes. And you get to leverage the out-of-the-box capabilities of Microsoft Dynamics CRM, which includes built-in roles and permissions, workflow engine, dashboards, email alerts, and more. Very flexible deployment. Again, you can deploy it online or on-premise, and there are also some integrated mobile app solutions for it as well. So I'm going to turn things over to my colleague Brandon Hernandez, who will do the demonstration.
Okay, so where we left off with the last webinar was in quadrant 2 of this replenishment dashboard that we created. So just as a quick recap, the first quadrant is a quick view over what products you have that may be past a certain reorder point that you set. Now, of course, this is divided by location, just to give you an overview of what needs to be reordered for your various locations. In the upper right, quadrant 2, you have any purchase orders that have not been moved along the process. They're currently open. They can have lines added to them. And as we covered in the last webinar, this is also where purchase orders that are automatically generated by the system when items go below those reorder points, this is where those type of purchase orders end up. In today's webinar, we're going to move down to the bottom half of this dashboard for quadrants 3 and 4. So this shows purchase orders that are in progress. What that means in our system is purchase orders that have been converted over to receivers and are currently in shipment from your suppliers, and you're waiting on those receivers to come in. So for the purposes of this demo, we've created this purchase order for Cisco for Warehouse 2, and then we have the associated receiver for that same purchase order. So let's go ahead and open that record up. And you can see here it contains some basic information, which purchase order this receiver originally stemmed from, what vendor it's for, where it is going to be received at, which of your locations, as well as the individual line items. So you can see here we have 3 test line items, a closed-circuit television lens, a desktop phone, and a routing switch. You can also see their individual costs, the quantity expected on this receiver, and the current quantity received. Now, for the purposes of this demo, as you can see here, the quantity received defaults to the quantity expected. That can also default to 0, depending on how you would like WIMS to be customized. So what we're going to do now is take a step out of CRM as the warehouse manager and step into the mobile as a warehouse worker, someone on the floor with a mobile scanner. So as you can see here, this is an emulator for a Windows Mobile-based device. That is a rugged device, so this would not be running necessarily on an iPhone or an Android platform, but something a bit more rugged that can withstand the bumps and bruises of being on a warehouse floor. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here. Now this is taking advantage of not so much a CRM user, but a custom entity we created for the mobile integration. So you can have many, many mobile users with just the singular CRM sign-on if you want to limit their capabilities and restrict them just to the mobile. So we'll log in here. As you can see on the start screen, we have receiving, picking, put away, transfer, and stock count options for the mobile, as well, and this can be all pulled down straight from CRM over a wired or wireless connection with just a quick import. So for today, we'll go into receiving, and you can see here this provides an option of all the existing locations that you have in CRM. Now these locations do need to be marked as mobile enabled for them to appear in this drop-down. So if you only have one location that the mobile would be functioning at, you can simply check that one location as mobile enabled, leave the rest unchecked, and it will always default to that one location on this screen. So we'll select all right, and then we can see here the same receiver number that we have in CRM is visible on the mobile, and we'll go into this. Now, just as we saw in CRM, we have the same 3 line items with the quantity expected as well as the current quantity received. As I mentioned in CRM, this quantity received can be defaulted to 0, and then you basically add up scanning either individually or scanning an item and typing in a quantity, or you can leave them like this and have a manual entry to lower the number as needed. So that's what we'll be doing for today's demo. Let's click on the closed-circuit television lens, once to select the row, and then again to receive this quantity pop-up. Now, this is an emulator, as I mentioned, so we'll use the on-screen keyboard, but you can also use a keypad on a physical device as well. So let's lower this quantity expected of 15 down to 13. Let's pretend the supplier didn't provide quite what we ordered, or perhaps some items were damaged. Now you can see here that the scan time has been updated as we have changed the quantity. This is just a quick, at-a-glance way of telling what items you've touched on a receiver and which ones you haven't. Now, when we get to the data export, sending the data back into CRM, only lines that have this scan date will be changed. That is, only lines that have a difference in quantity. Even if you just go in and manually, let's select this item and say, yes, I did receive 30. That will set that scan date, and so now both of these lines will be sent up to CRM. So I'll go ahead and modify one more line, push this down to 10. So this would be representing on the warehouse floor, taking the scanner and verifying for any items that you're receiving exactly how many you received. Now we'll just quickly send this back up to CRM. It's establishing the connection, uploading the information. If there were any errors or any problems in the process, you would also see that notification there. with a log file that you could dig into more thoroughly. Let's go ahead and close out of that. So now we'll go back into CRM here, and we'll just refresh this view. And when these numbers come back up, you'll notice that now the quantity received has been changed to match what we received on the mobile. The first item was 2 under received, the third item was 3 under received, and then the middle item had exactly as many as we requested. Now, to take phase 2 of the receiving process, that is taking it from your loading dock onto your shelves, we have provided a new type of record and a new type of entity in CRM called Putaways. So we can just click a button here to generate a putaway for every open line item on the receiver. And you can see here it's the exact same quantities, 13, 30, and 10 that we were expecting. Now, just as we verified the quantities on the mobile for the receiver, you can do the same thing at the putaway step. In the interest of time and simplicity, we're just going to go ahead and take care of all of this in CRM right now. So you can do that either record by record, going in and opening them up and approving them one by one, or use this button up here to complete all putaways with their current quantity. That's what we'll choose right now. So we'll complete this and say yes to the workflow. And now you can see that those putaways have been removed. They've been deactivated. And then this quantity putaway column has been filled in with the associating values. Now that the process has moved from the truck to your loading dock and your loading dock to your shelf, we can go ahead and post this receiver. Again, with just a single button click. Now, it's worth noting that on all of these line items, except for the middle one, of course, we under-received what was originally expected. So let's go ahead and take a jump back up to the dashboard screen where we all started off. And you can see now that that receiver that we just posted has been completed. It's been totally cleared out. But this purchase order is still here. Now, why is that still here? We leave it on the screen because there are still items that do have some quantity that is under-received. You can see that the middle line item that had quantity expected 30 is now gone because it has been fully received against. But these under-received lines are still here. With just a simple button click, we can create a new receiver based on those remaining quantity to be received. And if we open it up here, you can see now the new expected is quantity 2 and quantity 3 respectively. And if we wanted to, we could go through the same put away and verification process that we just went through. So you can see this is, of course, a streamlined example. In the real world, you may have numerous different caveats. So let's go ahead and create some put away records here just to show you what's possible. Open this up. You can, of course, adjust these putaways to have specific bin locations if that's how your warehouse is set up, either for a bin that already has this item in it, or assign this item to a completely new and open bin. Likewise, if you need to split putaway, that is, if, for example, you received a quantity of 10 and you want to put 5 in one bin and 5 in another, it's very, very easy to simply create a new putaway record from the receiving product screen in CRM. And likewise, do the same thing to create a new putaway on the mobile as well. So hopefully this gives you an idea of how streamlined and how simple lots of complex operations can be done on either the CRM WIMS platform if you're a manager or an admin type view, or even if you're just a stock worker on the mobile as well. We try to simplify and streamline that experience. So let me just bring it back on screen here so you can get one more view of what the mobile looks like. Next week we'll be going into the order fulfillment and picking process in WIMS. So that'll be this middle icon right here. And hopefully you get an idea of the 1, 2, 3 process that we've tried to streamline all of these operations down to. Well, that about wraps up the demo today. Glenn, I'll pass it back over to you for a wrap-up and Q&A.
So I do want to make everyone aware of our next future webinars. On April the 1st, we'll be talking about, as Brandon mentioned, fulfilling orders and order picking. And then on April the 15th, we'll do tracking and managing assets, which is a little bit of a new feature for WIMS for CRM. You can also go to our YouTube channel to view previous webinars and some other videos for other products that we have. go to youtube.com/2bsolutionsinc. And in fact, here is a screenshot of the different playlists that we have. If you go to playlists, the WIMS for CRM 2015 webinar series is over there on the far right. Here is our contact information. If you have any other questions or would like some additional information, please feel free to contact us directly, sales@2bsolutions.net. This number here, 205-408-9991, extension 3, rings right here to my desk, and here is the page on our site specific to WIMS for CRM. With that, we're actually going to stop the recording, but we will take Q&A afterwards. So thank you, everybody, for participating again. We really appreciate it. Again, feel free to contact us for more information. Thanks again. Hopefully we will see you at the next one on April the 1st.